What a beautiful day to begin Holy Week. The highest point in the church's liturgical calendar. Beginning today as we celebrate the triumphal entry into Jerusalem of Jesus, our Savior. How triumphal is it when this happened to him, hung on a cross, first celebrated by the crowds, only later to be shouted at, to be spit upon, and to be judged to be crucified. How triumphant is Jesus? Well, we know this isn't the end of the story. At every Mass, we get to enter into this story. But during Holy Week, the church changes up the celebrations just a little bit to give us a different experience of entering into these Paschal mysteries. And so I hope, especially for those who are watching at home, that you will perhaps take home these worship guides. If you see any laying in the trash, take those too, because especially families with multiple kids, you might need some extras. Let them lay in the sun for a little bit. And enter into this historical event with the whole family. Give family members different parts, just like we had here at Mass. But truly try to enter into this perennial experience. It's more than just perennial, it's daily. Again, we enter into the Paschal mystery at every Mass. But give yourself a different way of experiencing it during Holy Week. Try to notice details that perhaps you didn't notice before. St. Mark's Gospel is an excellent one that mentions details that the other Gospel writers don't. Did you notice this detail? When it talked about Jesus being led out to be crucified, it says that they pressed into service a passerby, Simeon, a Cyrenian, just a passerby. He was coming in from the country. Notice this detail, because obviously we knew that Simon of Cyrene helped Jesus carry his cross as part of the Stations of the Cross devotion that we have. But did you notice this detail? He is the father of Alexander and Rufus. How would Mark know this? Mark, who was not one of the 12, he's a convert. He got his information from St. Peter. But still, this Simon is just a passerby. How do we know, not only within the gospel, but 2,000 years later, that he is the father of Alexander and Rufus? These two children are given names. We know their names. Something big must have happened to this family because of their participation in the Paschal mysteries. That they became known throughout the Christian community. It's as if by the time this gospel was written, it wasn't so, perhaps Simon had already passed on, but his children, Alexander and Rufus, must have had such an impact on the Christian community that people knew their names. I encourage you this Holy Week, will you allow your family to be so transformed by your participation in the Paschal mysteries that your family will be well known in the Christian community?